Hey, everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the San Francisco 49ers. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because game plan goes into effect early. We're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Young. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks who picked it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Here come the Seahawks now. Set to take over on offense. And this is one of those bang-bang plays. Charles, did the knee hit first or did the... So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Young. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Bibbs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week. that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back. Someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Morton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Here we go. When's the mic? Watch 1. Watch 1. Target. Go.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get hey, Alpha. He's checking. Crash.
To throw, Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And Young's throw there incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at the 20. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
70, Indy. Hey, watch the slant.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
And partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time and take it out on the other team.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now back to throw. This to Arnold on the short pass. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Bush. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
That is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
First target, first catch, and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Arnold. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll try the right side with Bush. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Check. General West.
Following the interception, Young. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one? Wanting to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. And he got caught in between and created a foul.
After a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now here's Young. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, Young is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Young now, and able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check, 59. Bravo. 52.
From the 31, Young, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Hey, we got four. We got 4 down. Hey, Echo. Check 59.
Third down, Young from the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
They hand off to their big tight end, and they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Arnold.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, complete. That's Bush. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
He's crossing. He's checking.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He's got it to Williams. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago. And a big test for the Bears as they'll take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And then finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, back to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They're going to look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Bush. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jumper, two-draw Corker. Smith. Ready.
Now Young. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 18 yards, first down Niners. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 44, Young. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Check, 59, 59. Come on, come get some. Buzz. 31-yard line. He don't want it. 59 Mike, check, 59. Fight.
On second and 9, Young looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
On the ready.
Here's the 7th play in this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Young. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. This is Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Warren. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on football.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. the 26-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still second down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Looks good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Young working out of the gun. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. And now it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Young from the shotgun. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So another big shot dodge there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining. So barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, most of it's without the benefit of timeouts in the situation.
Totally home good as they come up 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave down. Out trots the kicker. Spot. And they're going to play. And that'll be accepted, of course, and back 5.
Still 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done. But, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly, onside ball back, and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
That in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what you have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taken with the defense.
And it's Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind.
He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Budda Baker with a pick. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at him and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now the try here for the point after. And that'll make a three-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
That's it, baby. We got one.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" And like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 5. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Brian there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the 49ers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.